Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our next basketball lesson, which is going to be shooting the basketball. Now, before we get to shooting, I want to review the dribbling. Remember, use the padded parts of your fingers, not the palm of your hands. Hands nice and relaxed, push the ball down. Before we do any shooting today, take about 5 minutes and practice dribbling, either in place or walking or jogging and dribbling near your house, by your driveway, wherever you're allowed to do that. Take about 5 minutes to do that. Once you've done that, we'll move on to our shooting lesson. This is probably everybody's favorite lesson because we get to shoot the ball. In basketball, you score points by shooting and hopefully getting it into the basket. Now, a couple things before we begin. I know not all of you have a basketball. I know not all of you have a basketball hoop. I do not have a basketball hoop in my house. Even though I'm filming this at our Protzman gym, I'm not even going to use one of the basketball hoops because many of us don't have a basketball hoop. So there's other ways that we can practice that. But we'll talk about that in just a minute. First of all, let's talk about how we shoot the basketball. I want you to remember the word beef. Everybody say it with me. Beef. Beef. B-E-E-F. The B is for balance. So make sure your body is balanced. Whatever hand you're going to shoot with, put that foot back just a little bit. Feet about as wide as your shoulders. E is for eyes. Eyes on the target. Look at the basket that you're shooting at. Look at the target when you're shooting. Eyes on the target. Elbow. Your elbow when you shoot should be underneath your hand, like this, underneath, elbow, underneath. We don't want our elbow out to the side. We're not shooting like this, elbow underneath. And then the F is for follow through, follow through. So everybody say those with me. Balance, eyes, elbow, follow through. And follow through, boys and girls, is what you do after you let the ball go, so it goes where you want it to go. If we shoot it correctly, the ball will nicely roll right off your finger pads. That should be the last part of your hands that the ball hits, is the padded parts of your fingers. Okay? So I'm balanced. My feet are about as wide as my shoulders. Whichever hand I'm going to shoot with, I'm going to put that foot back just a little bit. I'm going to hold the ball right underneath my chin. Okay, I'm going to hold the ball right underneath my chin. Let me go get a basketball. So, I have the basketball. I am holding the ball with the padded parts of my fingers again. Again, not all the way down here. But then we're going to let the ball just relax, just like this. Your other hand that you're not shooting with should go on the side of the ball. The hand that you're not shooting with is there for the balance and accuracy of the basketball. So it doesn't go to the left or to the right. It goes exactly where you want it to go. Okay? So this is how I hold basketball. I have one hand under, one hand on the side. Okay? Not like this, because then you're working against your other hand. On the side. Okay? On the side, just like this. So I'm balanced. My eyes are on the target. My elbow is underneath the ball. And then when I shoot it, I'm going to follow through into the air. Follow through into the air. Follow through. I want you to shoot it up in the air and see if you can catch it after you shoot it. That's our first drill. Balance, eyes, elbow, and then follow through. Let the ball roll off your fingers and see if you can catch it. Straight up into the air, nice and high. Now, boys and girls, do you know where you get your power for shooting the basketball? It's not all from your arms. Your legs are super important to our shooting ability because that's where our power comes from. Your legs are some of the strongest muscles in your entire body, especially your thigh muscles. So let's use them to get power and to get the ball way up in the air, because some of you have baskets that are probably 10 feet tall. That's super high. That's what the NBA and WNBA players play on. Okay? That's super high. So when you shoot it, make sure you jump in the air. That creates a lot of power. jump in the air. If you watch basketball on TV or in person ever, you'll see that when people shoot it, they jump. Some of those men and women, boys and girls, jump way off the floor like this. That creates so much power, so their arms could just worry about shooting the ball and their legs create all the power, okay? So if you're having a hard time getting the ball super high up to get to the basket, jump, use your legs. Remember, one hand under, one hand on the side, and release, and jump when you shoot it. Elbow under like this, elbow under. We don't want to be shooting with our elbow off to the side. Elbow under, elbow under. For those of us that are beginners, it takes practice, just like we found out in dribbling when we did our volleyball unit, when we did our soccer unit. It takes practice. We're not all great basketball, volleyball players the first time we do things, so let's practice together. Now, as I said earlier, we don't all have basketball hoops. So I have a couple of examples of things that you can use instead of basketball hoops. And if you don't even have a basketball, that's okay. Maybe you have a bucket at home. Do you have a bucket? You can put the bucket on the floor. Maybe you have a wiffle ball. You have a wiffle ball, and you can practice shooting into a bucket. Okay? Or maybe you have a tennis ball. Maybe you have a beanbag, and you can shoot into the bucket as well. Maybe you could put the bucket up a little bit higher, and then you can shoot it into the bucket. But remember, we're going to have our good shooting form every time. Follow through and under. Maybe you have a hula hoop at home. You can put the hula hoop, or maybe somebody can hold the hula hoop for you, and you can take a soft ball and you can toss it and try to get the ball into the hula hoop. Hula hoop, another thing you can use as a basket. How about an actual basket? Do you have a clothes basket at home? Take a basket, take the clothes out of the basket. Maybe you can help your parents do laundry at the same time. And you could have somebody hold it or just put it down. And then you could shoot things into the clothes basket. You want to know a great idea for something to shoot into a clothes basket that's perfectly safe? Socks. Take two socks, put them into a ball, and then practice shooting into the clothes basket. Maybe you can even do that in your basement if your parents allow. So there's a lot of examples of ways that we can shoot a ball without actually having a basket. And if you have a basketball and no basket, just practice shooting just like this and try to catch it. It's a great drill. So boys and girls, take the next 10 minutes to just practice your shooting form and try to catch it. After you do that, then I want you to practice shooting if it's possible for you. Again, if it's not possible because you don't have any equipment or any baskets or anything like that, then just continue to do it on air to get the idea of how to shoot it. Just like this. Elbow under, hand on the side, hand under, beef, balance, eyes, elbow, follow through. Don't forget to jump and use your leg muscles. Shooting the basketball, boys and girls, shooting the basketball. I hope you have a great day. I hope your shooting the basketball goes really well. I'm excited to hear how it goes. I miss you all, and I hope to see you real soon. Have a great day.